will be an A split from what I can see right now, Matt.
Oh, it's officer there. Nades again, well timed. That is huge because
so
it's on a
big.
reset round. They've already got damage and they fall into the rain. God B! He is the God B as he shuts down drop one more time. Henny in a 1 versus 5. Apparently they didn't bring enough to tear down a wall this high.
Oh, it's just so beautiful. The nade, everything, the timings, the perfection as well. Sitting in front of the smoke, the 3-man spray down. Immortals have no idea what has happened to them. It's big. A really successful round there. Lost the previous, and now they get the double digits. Everyone surviving as well. God B on an absolute rampage. Immortals can do nothing about it. They were setting up for that A split. They tried to get the drop down control where God B's have been allowing them to have it. He's been sitting outside the window, but this time he's in there. He's fighting, he's scrapping. And he managed to get all 3 kills. Another timeout for Immortals. They're not looking comfortable here. And that's a full reset round as well, Matt. The fact is they get no bomb down here. And let's look at it from God B. Just spotting them as they drop into the smoke, doing the damage, the full commitment with the 30 bullets. You love to see it. God B stepping up now. This is looking really bleak for them in the first half, but they found their footing now in the second. They can get a couple of rounds out of this. Still going to be really weak money for Immortals next round, even if they take a full eco in round number 24.
I'd love to see a stat for how much nade damage has been done
That's
in the
so
opening sectors of the round. That's 3 in a row, if I'm not mistaken. They've hit multiple people for significant damage before they're even ready to go.
That's 1 HE in 2 rounds. It's done over 100 damage. Like that's kind of nuts. Very rare to see them being that effective, especially on a map like Cobblestone as well. Round number 24, it's going to be P250s, Deagles, no armor, no loss bonus, so they have that comfort. And another nade to the face of Bolts as he goes down to 45 HP. They're having a really rough time in that drop-down area.
Yep, good find. It's dinked up. Spark clearly covers the screen, but he finds the kill anyway. Just 3 rounds for Immortals, but it seems almost impossible at this point. Momentum firmly with Big. Rotations go back over toward A to support Legia. Kiev's going to sit nearby because, again, Legia on 13 can't do it alone. They'll give him the AWP, in fact, so Kiev goes on the rifle. Not something we normally see, but it has to do with the AWP positioning. He's able to get a kill as well, so justified. But they lose Kiev. Q-taps and indeed, we talked about it, he always shows up. He's getting there now, 17 kills. He's catching Legia.
Yeah, he is. Just when they need him as well to close this game out. 13-11, a couple of rounds to go to tie up the scoreline, and there is going to be a buy for Immortals here. As we said though, money is going to be weak generally. 4 AKs, a good little for Bolts. In terms of utility, 2 players with any nades whatsoever, Matt. We have 3 smokes total, a Molotov. What's the play here? Do we just go fast? Do we just push straight into a bomb site? We haven't really seen that from them yet. It's been quite slow and quite default play from Immortals. They're expecting faster rounds coming in. When they can really get rolling on the teams out of Cobblestone, that's when they look their scariest. But only posting 1 round so far. It's 8-1. This could fall apart. The 12-3 lead, surely not. A boost comes in, mixing things up once again. Every round is just so smart. Perfect calls now as God B is ready and waiting, but next, same story as they walk in towards the B side.
Next is waiting below the broken wall. Bolts is going to swing behind him, and they look over, so Kanji gets it open. That gives them the front side of the site to work with. Thompson drops the bomb, but they get 2 ensuing kills, therefore have control.
Yeah, much simpler round this time. 1 smoke, a few flashbangs, 5 men towards the upper platform. That's what I'm saying. We haven't really seen that at all. Just simple, basic Counter-Strike, and use your star players to open up the bomb site there. Bolts, especially, lovely shot from him. Still chimes in as well, and you can see Big. They weren't really ready for that one. It's obviously that they're waiting for the execution to come in. They want the wall smokes to give them cues so they can throw the utility back. That's what they've been so good at so far, is deploying the HE grenades, locking players out with the utility. But that's not really an option. They help themselves to the B side like that. That's what we need to see more of from Immortals if they're going to close this game out. But this will be 2 saved weapons now. Kiev and Legia holding on to the AWP and the M4A4 as well. Plenty of money available for Big. We can certainly buy around these weapons. Don't want to give anything away for free, but Legia fighting back. 2 kills for him. That's not bad at all. We know the Immortals' money is low. So every kill they get at this point is definitely worth it. Even the fact he goes down, it doesn't matter. He's got a ton of money in reserve. They do not. 1 round they can pick up here, Big. They're back into this, and they shut it down. We have another pause coming through.
You mentioned Henny, by the way, early on, saying he hasn't really showed up. He got the 3 brilliant kills in the 5 versus 2 with his brother when they retook the B site, rather with denying the bomb plan. It wasn't even really a retake. It never had to come to that. But other than that round, he has been quiet, even on the CT side. Now, T side, admittedly, It's not like he can do as much to get aggressive with the AWP, more so because they haven't had the money for it, but he definitely has not been in this game in the capacity that I would have expected and wanted from him.
I've been noticing this throughout the tournament as well. I kind of mentioned it in the pre-game. It's KNG who's been AWPing primarily throughout this tournament. He hasn't looked himself any. He's kind of a little bit out of his depth in terms of the shots he's hitting, and it's maybe the aggression we're used to seeing from him not happening. And KNG, he looks lights out. I'm not sure why he's just not taking the main AWP role. At this point, we're in the quarterfinal and things are falling apart. I just think that Kenny, you're having a nightmare. Let me just do the main AWP at this stage. And you just have to make that call. It's a difficult one to make, but sometimes it has to be done. Round number 26, 14-11. Immortals though, after winning the previous round, there's a huge chance it can get reset. Need to be very careful. It's another fast approach. This is what you wanted to see, man. To stay together, group up, get in those bomb sites.
Keeve, he's not quick enough. He does find one on bolts. He looked back down toward Evon. That means he's pushed and pressured from both sides. Good find from Tapson to get a lurk late inside a connector. Shuts down any threat coming in from Immortals. And as you mentioned, just a chance to break the money once more. And Big would be right back into it at 14-12, potentially get a 13th round on the back of it. So slow it down. The Twins again, this time 4 versus 2. So one better than they won last time they worked together on the CT side. Have to be weary of the flank walking around. Thompson's getting closer and closer. His timing's going to be perfect. They're spot in the open. Ball down. Thompson gets both. And Big find 12 and break the economy. They certainly have control.
This is like double eco territory for Immortals. If they have a pause left, this would be the time to work out what's the play, to be forced by into this. We've got 4 players with less than $3,000. 2 of which very low indeed, beneath 2,000 in fact. Tapson, lovely work there. It's a clean round for Big as they close the gap. Scoreline's 9-2. Immortals getting shut down. They're trying to mix things up. They're trying to go faster now. The simpler plays, as I said, we haven't really seen that from them. It was great for the previous round, but that one just there didn't really work out for them. Tapson with a nice flank, and there will not be a force by him. Into round number 27. Things looking desperate now for the Immortals side. It's Tapson, aggressive of course, towards the platform. Finds the first headshot. It takes down Lucas. Legia, that's not bad at all.
Wow.
He finds 2 kills as well.
5-2. In terms of manpower, it's a very good job against the anti-eco situation, or rather with the anti-eco situation. Scompy gets himself in position through the door. 1-point game after 12-3 on the most